Hey guys, I'm back, and I do mean back, but back by high demand. Today on the menu, we'll be making a hot, bubbly spinach artichoke dip. I'm gonna go ahead and wash my hands and let's get started. First, we're gonna go ahead and take our spinach, and as you can see, they're wet. I've washed them. And I'm going to chop them up. You don't have to do this. You can just take them and throw them right into your water or your pan. But I'm going to go ahead beforehand and chop them up a little bit. I don't need the stems as much. I don't care for them. So I'm going to chop these up just to get some of the stem off. And then I'm going to toss those. I have here 2 bundles of spinach. You want to make sure you get plenty because it will wilt down very small. If you think you have a lot, get more. It's never going to be too much. Spinach shrinks a lot, so I'm only going to be making a little bit smaller dish than normal, so 2 bundles will do just fine for this recipe. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and cut the stems off. You can chop after you wilt them down. You can chop them up, but I decided to do it beforehand. Okay, now I have a sweet Vidalian onion, and we're not going to be using much of this onion. I'm only going to use maybe about 2 slices of them, about this much here. And then I'm going to take them, and I'm just going to mince them up and dice them up. This is for flavor. I'm not trying to bite in big chunks of onion, so I will be cutting these up very small and tossing them in with my spinach as I cook them down, just to give it that aroma that I'm looking for. Feel free, if you don't want a raw onion, you can use onion powder in this recipe as well. I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. We are right around the corner for Christmas time. Hope you guys got your lights and your tree up. Let me know in the comments section if you started your Christmas shopping. I haven't yet, but I'm definitely going to get to it before I end up getting the last of the barrel. So now we're going to go ahead and start cooking down our spinach. I'm going to use about a tablespoon of oil and maybe a tablespoon of butter. Mix it really well, and then I'm going in with my spinach and I'm going to wilt this down. Now, as you can see, it fills up my entire pan, but just like that, in no time it's going to shrink. So don't worry about it, guys. My pan is actually not too small, so I'm just going to stir that around in that butter and that oil. And then we're going to go ahead, and as it starts to wilt down, I'm going to add the rest of my spinach as it gets smaller. As you can see, it was almost overflow, but just like that, it's starting to shrink. And I'm just going to keep adding until I add all of them. Once it gets wilted down, I'm going to go in and add my onion. And as you can see, my diced onion, I'll just put in there, toss them around. They're not too big, so they're just going to give the flavor that I'm looking for. Let that boil down a little bit more, and then once that's finished, I'll be right back. Now onto our artichokes. Make sure your artichoke are only in water, or feel free to use the fresh artichoke. Just make sure you'll cook them. I've drained the water out, and I don't really care for big chunks of artichoke. I just care for the taste. So I'm also going to go in with these and slice these up pretty thinly and add them to my dish. Now our spinach, as you can see, is done. It's nice and wilted. You want to make sure you drain out all the water and excess liquid from your spinach. You do not want to have a watery spinach, guys. And then here I have a cast iron pan that I'm going to grease the bottom of so nothing will stick. And I have a 10-inch cast iron. My oven has been preheating to 350 degrees. And then I'm going to go in and combine everything together. We're going to take our well-drained spinach, and look, guys, all that spinach gave me this amount, so it wasn't a lot. And then I'm going to take my cream cheese. Hopefully your cream cheese has been sitting out so that it can be nice and soft. And then I'm going to go in and start to blend that with a little bit of garlic. Now, you could have added your garlic in with your spinach, but I forgot, and so I'm adding it now. And then I'm going to blend this well My cream cheese wasn't as soft as I would like, but that's okay. And now I'm just putting a little bit of sour cream, and I'm going to continue to keep blending this. We're going to go in with some seasonings. I have some ground black pepper. I'm going to use a little bit of onion powder and some salt, and just a little bit, not too much. And then we're going to blend this, and then we're going to add a little heavy cream. This is optional. This is just to give it a more creamy taste to it. And now we're going to blend this well until the cream cheese is well incorporated and is not chunky anymore. And we want to get all those sides. You want to get all those ingredients into it. Hope you can see this. And then now we're going to go in with some mozzarella. I decided to grate mine. Feel free to buy already grated mozzarella cheese. We're going to make sure that gets blended as well. If this is your first time to the party, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so you can be notified every time the fun begins. Now I'm going to go in with my artichokes dip that I have chopped up, and I'm not going to use much of it that I actually cut up. I'm only going to use a little bit because, like I said, I don't care to see it. I just want it to have the flavor and taste that I'm looking for. And then we're going to also combine that and stir that up with everything. Now hopefully at this time your cream cheese has been well incorporated and blended. And then now we're going to go in with a little bit of our Parmesan cheese. And this kind I already bought grated, so we're going to go ahead and use this. And then after that, we're going to stir that, and I'm going to taste mine because I want to see if I need any more seasoning, any more cheese, any more heavy cream, any more cream cheese, whatever you need. Go in and taste your food, guys, so you'll know what you'll be serving. Because if you don't like it, no one else will. Okay, everything is blended to my tasting. I'm going to go ahead and take it and put it into our dish. You want to get it in there, spread it around, flatten it out a little bit. You want to make sure that it is even on all sides. You don't want to have one side higher than the other. Alright guys, I'm going in with some mozzarella cheese on top so I can have that nice crusted brown top that I like. And then we're going to bake this in the oven on 350 degrees for about 25 to 30 minutes. And just like that, in no time, it's nice and done with the brown top and bubbly. Look at that, guys. That's how you want it to look. Now let this cool for about 5 minutes. And there you go, guys. I'm going to make it pretty and top it off with some parsley flakes. And we're going to go in and we're going to try this. I've decided to use some tortilla chips. Feel free to use some bread medallions, or I've even seen some Ritz crackers. And look at there, you want that nice cheesy pool, nice and hot and bubbly. Let me know in the comment section if you tried this recipe, how it turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. I want to thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video.